Hello, I'm with Margaret Gifford. Margaret, thank you for being with us.
Glad to be here.
Margaret's a parishioner at Chapel of the Cross in Chapel Hill, and she is proof that one person can make a difference. Margaret and some other folk, I guess, have started something called Farmer Foodshare.
Yes.
What is that?
Farmer Foodshare is a grassroots effort, nonprofit, that connects people who grow food with people who need food. And we try to do it in ways that are really respectful for the people who need the food, really get them first quality, fresh, local food. And we also try to do it in a way that will support the growers. So we provide a service for farmers to get their leftover food from the farmers market to agencies that serve the hungry.
Now, what got that going? How did you start doing that?
Well, like with a lot of ideas, things come from a lot of different places. So we were at the Chapel of the Cross one day in a church school intergenerational Sunday on hunger, and a lovely lady there, Mary Kent Hill, led a class on hunger in our area and said, right here in Orange County, 1 in 4 children don't have enough to eat every day. They don't know where their next meal is coming from. And so the easy, simple thing that you can do is just buy a little extra food that every time you go to the grocery store. And if you do that, then you just take it over to the food pantry, to organizations like Table, Interfaith Council, and they will make sure that food gets out there. So my brother's a farmer, and I shop the farmer's market all the time. I think I would like to be living, in the south of France and being a cook or something. That's my sort of fantasy. Well, anyway, so I was doing that and noticed that the farmers were putting things back in their trucks. And so when Mary Kent talked about that, I thought, I bet I can get more than just a bag of groceries from a grocery store. I know where I can get boxes of food, and it'll be so fresh and lovely.
All right, Margaret, it started with you and your 3-year-old daughter.
Right.
Okay, but wait a minute, you're at 14 different stations now,
Yes.
and I assume you can't bilocate.
I can't. No, it's grown from just myself and my daughter to hundreds of volunteers every week. We have 5 markets during the week, several markets during the weekend, and it takes hundreds of people, hundreds of farmers, hundreds of volunteers, so many supporters working together to make it all happen. So we're very, very thankful for that.
This really is people helping people.
It is. It's exactly it.
How can people help support this work?
It's really easy. You can start a donation station at your farmer's market. It's super easy to do. You can come out to one of the 14 donation stations that we have throughout the state. We've got Mecklenburg County, Triangle, and also in Cleveland County. Mm-hmm. And you can just volunteer. You can do it in an hour, be done, or you can come out and maybe take on some leadership inside our mostly volunteer organization.
Margaret, why'd you do this? You got other things you can do, aren't you?
I did it.
You're in marketing by training.
I am in marketing by training. I did it because I believe that everybody has the right to eat. I believe that, this is my personal belief, that God calls us to share, that He's given us so much bounty in this world, and I think that working all together, we can make for a truly just and secure world for everyone.
And you brought together people of faith and people of goodwill.
Absolutely.
To do good.
Yes.
One person can make a difference. You didn't have a penny in the till. You didn't go to a foundation. You just got people to help people. People who grow food and people who need food.
We did indeed. And it's grown beyond that now it's still people helping people. We've now found that, that things like a delivery van would be useful, but it really doesn't take any money. It only takes people with good hearts and the willingness to come out, take a box to the farmer's market, and consistently show up and get that food from the place where there's too much of it to the place where there's not enough of it. And in doing that, what I think is amazing is that so much good comes from it. People start cooking, they start learning from each other, they meet each other, they feel better. When you know that somebody cares about you enough to bring you some food, or farmers put food in a bag for you, kind of gives you a little oomph to say, I am valuable, even if I'm having a hard time right now.
One person can make a difference. And the world doesn't have to be the way it often is.
Amen.
And Margaret, you're proof of that. And thank you.
Thank you.
From the farm of Michael and Meg Burkle-Hun in the city of Raleigh, Margaret Gifford,
Thank you, Bishop Curry.
doing miracles. God bless you, and keep the faith.